grew up in Richmond, Virginia, in the suburbs, and we had in the backyard of my parents' house, we had a garden of about an acre of land, and I used to work with my father. And I remember one day I came to the edge of the garden and I said, "Hey, Bappa in Indian actually means, or Hindi rather, means father." And I said, "Bappa, can I come and work in your garden?" And he said, "Well, it's not my garden." I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "It's our garden." And reflecting on that experience, that's really shaped my perspective of food and why I'm here. Food is really about sharing, and it's about collectively owning an experience, and it's about equity, and that's about where I'm coming from a personal perspective. I think that the perspective that environmental justice brings to the food movement is one of equity and one of understanding the racial dimensions that come to fruition when we're looking at the urban communities that are being most affected by the health disparities resulting from the lack of access to healthy foods. Unfortunately, not all communities are created equal. In many low-income communities of color, access to fresh food is hard to come by. You just have to go through West Harlem to see, in East Harlem too, to see that grocery stores are closing all over the place. In East Harlem, 6 grocery stores have closed in the last 2 or 3 years. And in general, the number of fast food restaurants and other food service places that promote unhealthy eating habits is significantly higher in Black communities, Hispanic communities, and low-income neighborhoods when compared to affluent white neighborhoods. Harlem has 30% fewer supermarkets than the Upper West Side. The availability of healthy food for low-income and minority communities creates disparities in public health, such as diabetes and obesity. We understand that a coalition needs to be built because systems don't exist on their own, right? We're beginning at the grassroots level. The parents, students, and teachers, those are the people who, in our power analysis, are not at the table when affecting school food policy. I believe that the time is ripe for a robust farm-to-school policy. It's right because 2% of the state's budget for school food has been cut. The farm bill legislation encourages and very clearly states that schools can purchase local food. And the rising food prices that we see in this city are going to move people from having to go to the supermarket, going to food pantries where they're going to be turned away, and sending their kids to school to get the bulk of their meals over the summer and all throughout the school year. And a robust school food policy from farm to school needs to be implemented to address the health disparities that exist in low-income minority communities. And we want to begin doing that through a grassroots campaign that connects people to the policymakers that they need to implement the changes that they want to see in the systems that they are participating in.